Man, you're around. OG7 back here. And today, guys, I'm going to share with you some tales of victory and glory. V for victory and G for glory. The victory of understanding this, guys. If you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything in maximum security prison. When you fall down and dudes go balls deep up you while your head is against the wall. And the glory of understanding in maximum security prison, guys, you must get in touch with beast mode law deep inside of you. And I talk to you about your dark shadow. Because when you're in touch with beast mode law, about beast mode law, you'll be willing to stand and fight and even die, giving your very last breath. So men know they shall not take your cheeks. So without further ado, I want to get into the topic video, guys, which is really going to be a mind-expanding, peeling your cap and then busting your wig wide open, man. The topic of today's video, guys, is in prison, when a gay fairy offers you some butt, just say no so you won't be a hoe in prison slut. So, guys, I want to get straight to the topic of the video without further ado, man. Let me tell you a few things, man. When we talk about living by beast mode law, man, beast mode law means that you become self-reliant, dude. You get away from your human side, because in maximum security prisons, it's inhumane, it's animalistic. It's like a zoo. It's like, welcome to the jungle. And some of you guys told me Guns N' Roses sings it, dude, but I appreciate that. And let the bodies hit the flow. I don't know. Nobody told me who the band was for that, but I want to tell you, inside the wall, you go through a metamorphosis and a change. You guys all know we're mammals. Mammals are animals. And then also, they say, I don't believe in evolution, but let's just say I believe in adaptation. Let's just say this. So they're saying that human beings, we have a mammalistic needs and tendencies, which is to fight and flight. To fight, procreate, and to flight, right? The 3 F's, right? Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We all have a need to breathe air, drink water, eat, procreate, and be somebody, dude. So then they say if you go deeper past that, dude, like, in civilizations, dude, where there's no modern technology or modern societies, people live in a barbaric, animalistic nature of just fighting and fucking, dude, and fleeing. But then they say you have your lizard brain, which goes deeper than that, dude. That's when you go deep down into being inhumane. That's when you get in touch with beast mode law, dude. Because when you're in touch with beast mode law, you'll be willing to do anything and everything to make sure that you survive, because it's survival of the fittest. Not just in maximum security prison, but even in everyday life. So I'm going to share that with you, man, because people are saying to me, oh man, why don't you, and this is probably guys new to my channel, because if you've been to my channel for, even for the past year or so, you know that I talk about there's nothing else going on in prison except man, but I'm talking about maximum security prison, high max prison. I don't know about these other prisons like Band Camp, dude, and Marshmallow Camp, and Kumbaya Camp, and Holding Hands Skipping Camp, and Circle Jerk Camps. I don't know about those camps, dude. I know about maximum security prison. In maximum security prison, the only thing going on, don't let anybody fool you. The only thing going on is man butt, homosexuality, what is it called? Sodomy, and necrophilia, bro. And gangbanging, dude. Because let me explain something to you guys. You guys always want to talk about what happens in school in maximum security prison. First of all, in maximum security prison, the lifers don't give a fuck about going to school. They got life in prison. Once you got life in prison, your mind goes through a mind fuck where you realize this is what you're going to see until you die. And then you become a dead man walking, because you don't give a fuck about a dude having a date, a dude having, when I say a date, a release date, a dude having a wife or kids, a dude ain't got money on his books. You don't care about none of that, bro. You are stuck in hell. And misery loves company, dude. So in maximum security prison, lifers don't care about going to school. For what? What do they want to learn? All they want to do, man, is to fight and fuck. And the fighting is to fight you to go up in your butt so they can fuck your butt. Here's the next thing, man. In maximum security schools, man, they teach you 1, 2, 3s and ABCs. What they teach is ABCs is always busting your cheeks. Always busting cheeks, bro. And the only way you learn your 1, 2, 3s, like, you know, ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, is the 1, 2, 3 of the rounds of bandits and gang members taking turns on your butt cheeks, bro. They be talking about, oh, this is my set, man. Next set, it's always your set, and all that shit. They look at it like exercise. They just busting nuts. Alabama, Oklahoma. And all the while, the free person, which is the teacher, he just locked away in his office, bro. He don't give, man, the free staff don't give a fuck about nobody in there what's going on. They just there to get a paycheck because they're in the bottom rung of the, what's it called, the feeding hierarchy. They're at the lowest tier of society. They can't work in the real school, so they work in a maximum security prison school. And they know they ain't going to change nothing, bro. The system is broken. If the warden allows that shit to go on, what makes you think a free person is going to stop it or a correctional officer? So let's talk about work, man. I want to be crystal clear so you guys understand one motherfucking thing, man. In maximum security prison, the workplace is just a place where guys that are outside of your building or unit can go up in your butt cheeks. Because what happens, dude, when you're in, let's say you're in A building, right? You're not really allowed to be in B building, C building, and D building, and E building. It's against the rules. I know guys do it, but they're taking the chance of going to the hole, or maybe they got to pay off the police officer, or they're just taking, you know, you're just taking a chance. Whereas the dudes in A unit, man, you've been passed around, dude, like yesterday's socks, bro. So then when you want some new sausage up in you, some new bologna pony, that's the only reason you go to work, because then dudes from B, C, D, and E unit, because at work, all the different units go there. Now they have a chance to go up in your butt cheeks. So you're getting your butt cheeks probably busted like twice a day. You're getting your butt cheeks busted at work because the dudes from B, C, D, and E unit, they don't have access to you at night, so they going balls deep up in you, dude. Oklahoma, Alabama. And the workplace in prison is so noisy with all the machines, dude, and the clanging and the old stuff going on, dude. The guards can't hear you screaming, and even if they did, they don't care. So then when you get back home, you get back to A building or A unit, then your life for Sally's going up in you, or your gang member homie is giving you love from the homies every night. Because in maximum security prison, dudes are bored. The only way they can go to sleep is to bust some nuts balls deep up in you, pounding your ass cheeks. As a form of exercise, they bust their nuts. Oklahoma, and they start slapping you. You go, Mississippi, Mississippi. And then they can sleep like a baby, man. So you guys are new to the channel, cease and desist asking me about other things that go on in prison. There's nothing else in maximum security prison. If you want to hear some fantasy, fictionalized stories, go over to the other channels, man, because they got a lot of bullshit they selling you, making you think prison's a joke. It's funny. It's cool for you go in there. You're going to get your stripes. You're going to become somebody. So you go over there, man, listen to that madness, man, and just hope you don't commit heinous crimes like me, where you go into level 4 and 5 maximum security prison. Well, that's the real deal. Level 1 and 2, man, get the fuck out of here, man. That's like being in the county jail, bro. That's like being in band camp, dude. That's like being in summer camp. Like, that's like being a fucking Boy Scout. Get the fuck out of here. So if you want to hear some laughs and stories and funny shit, go over to the other prison channels. You'll find them quite entertaining. So that goes into my next topic, man, which is this, dude. In maximum security prison, when a gay fairy offers you some butt, just say no so you won't be a hoe and a prison slut. And we all know what a hoe is. A 304 is just a woman that just gives her cheeks away freely, man. And a slut is on a whole different level. Like, they be getting gang bang and trains ran on them and shit, and they got diseases and shit. So here's the problem. I want to share this with you guys, man. 20% of gay men, dude, whether they're in prison or on the street, dude, are straight tops like Jack Donovan. Like, Jack Donovan just likes man butt, like Fleece Johnson. They just like penetrating the tight sphincters of a man butt. They like to going past the sphincter and hearing as they popping your cherry, dude. They love that feeling, man. It's a different feeling. I already made a video about how the anus is different from the vagina or from the mouth or from the hand. That's why you guys talking about, oh man, I just stroked my chicken, OG. Okay, man, that's just like you saying, man, you know me, you're gonna eat, let me give you an example, bro. You're gonna eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for your whole prison stay. Yeah, you know, we get peanut butter and jelly like 3 times a week, dude. But then the other 4 days, they balance it out with some other stuff. And you got to have variety. So even if you're choking your chicken every day, bro, and then you're hearing dudes next door, Alabama, Mississippi, Mississippi, daddy. And then you walk by a cell, you accidentally look in, and you see a dude getting the throat goat put on him, bro. And you're horny, you've been watching a lot of pornography on your phone. It just takes a matter of time, dude, for one of them juicy butt fairies convince you to just let you put the tip in there. And then you're going down a dark rabbit hole. I bring these statistics up because it's important for you to understand 20% of gay men are tops only. So if you got 100%, 20, that leaves 80. So then out of the 80, 40% are bottoms only, which they just want somebody to get on top of them and bust your nuts deep up in their cheeks, slap their cheeks, split their cheeks, slap it, rub it. Oh no! Flip it, slap it, rub it down. Oh no! But then the last 40%, dude, they flip flop, dude. They take turns. They go both ways. They're top, bottom, 69, all kind of shit, bro. That's when you get into the real freaky deaky stuff. The reason this is important, man, is I want to share with you, man, that in maximum security prison, when a gay fairy offers you some butt, you should just say no so you won't become a hoe in a prison slut. It's just a trap, dude. And I don't want to, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to people or make anybody feel bad about your sexual choices. It's my belief, based on what I've read, that men that practice homosexual sex have a demonic entity, whether it's an incubus or a succubus, because it's not a natural tendency to want to take your big boner, your big hard dry boner, and put it in a man's funky stinky butt, bro. I'm just saying, bro, like, all I'm saying is, like, if you're into freaky kinky sex, bro, there's a myriad of women that will allow you to do that kind of shit. Whatever you want, there's some women out there that let you do whatever you watch. The Wolf of Wall Street, man. And then what's the one with Leonardo DiCaprio? I forget when he was in a movie where he's a Wall Street stockbroker or whatever. And you just watch different movies. Like, there's a lot of women that'll strap on a dildo, go up in you, let you go up in their butt cheeks, dude. Let you tie them up and whip them. So even in some freaky stuff, there's women that let you do it, man. But here's the problem, dude. Like, these gay dudes, you got to remember that gay men in prison are still men. And men like to bust nuts. Even bottom dudes, man. Let me tell you some, I don't want to say it's nasty or dirty, but I'm going to just give you a peek inside behind the walls of maximum security prison. Even bottom dudes, man, when you going balls deep up in them, they want you to stroke their wee-wee, man, so they can come while you coming, dude, because you're stimulating their prostrate gland. They want you to stroke their wee-wee, so when you come, they come, dude. And then there's some bottom dudes that just want to turn you out, man, so they want to put the tip in you, so they explain to you, oh, daddy, the prostrate is a really stimulating thing. You have an orgasm like never before. Your toes curl. You be like, okay, but you better not tell nobody, I'll kill you. So that's the 40% of the bottom dudes. And then the guys that flip-flop, it's a trap. Because they know, man, I'm going to share this with you guys. I'm going to share what I've heard, what I've read, what I've seen. That if you got the 80-20 rule, let's just say 80% of men are heterosexual outside of the prison. Let's say that. There's 20% of men who are homosexual, and then there's 40% who are bi-curious, meaning that they're attracted to men, but they fight it, and they play the straight role because of societal norms, or their family will think, their homies will think. They've never been to the Pinta with their homeboys to see that you get love from the homies and you get your shit pushed in. That's what I'm trying to tell you, youngsters, man. If you're a gang member on the street, you've never been to the Pinta homes, you don't understand what happens with your familia homes. Once you go to the Pinta homes, They give you love from the homie that shows solidarity. If you're a white dude, you one of these Aryan brothers, man, and KKK skinheads like the movie uh, American History X, but you've never been to the pen with your homies, you don't understand the woods, man. The woods give love to each other, man. Because, hey, brother, we're here and there together, brother. And we got calluses on our hands. We got to release ourselves, brother. And we take turns on each other, just build strength for the testosterone. And so then, the black dudes, man, if you're a Blood or a Crip or a Piru or a Black Guerrilla family, whatever, you know what I mean? What's it called, man? BMF, brothers over money or something like that. With Meeks and them dudes, man. They don't tell you what happens when you go to the pen, man. That's how you have a solidarity. That's how you make sure that you guys got each other's back, because at night you don't boat back mountain on each other, man. So I just want to share this with you youngsters, man. Like, you in there, you're horny. You see the sexy gay dudes switching around, dude, showing their butt cheeks, got the titties and shit, man, the big Botox lips. And they talking about, hey, you don't have to do your time alone. I can help you to feel better. I can take care of you, and you sleep better when you bust some nuts deep up in me, baby. It's a trap, because they know, dude, that, like I said, dude, 20% of men in the general population are gay. Out of the 80%, 40% are bi-curious, man. Meaning that deep down, and you guys can say what you want in the comment, dude. I have a master's degree in psychology. I study sexuality, criminality, early childhood development, and the dark side, the ego ed, dude. I've studied all of that, man. If you haven't studied that, maybe you should sit down and shut the fuck up and quit being in your feelings and emotions. 40% of dudes are bi-curious, but they fight it because of the way they're perceived by their family, the way they're perceived by their homies, the way they're perceived by society, right? The way they see themselves. But when you're in maximum security prison, you're behind a wall, that's a whole different society, dude. It's a subsection. It's an animalistic culture. So then they're open up to their proclivities, and I'm just sharing it with you. What the gay dudes do once they let you hit it, dude, you see how good it feels, bro. There's something about the sphincter, man. It's different, bro. I don't know if it's the tightness, dude, the puckering power. I don't know. But once you hit it, man, then you hooked on it. And then it just takes a matter of the gay dude you pumping. He just said, hey, daddy, just let me put the tip in. You're going to come. And then next thing you know, you flip-flopping. And once you get penetrated, there's something about dudes that was straight before they get penetrated up in their butt cheeks. They go crazy. They want everybody to penetrate you, penetrate them. And the bigger and longer, the better. They just go crazy. That's why they become a hoe and a prison slut, because now they just out of control. So either the gay dude that turned them out is pimping them, or the gay dude that turned them out, man, is just going around and they're just having gangbangs and orgies, dude. So, for those of you who thought, man, this is the reality of it, man. This is how it is. It's like the movie The Matrix. Once you see what's going on, you're going to throw up because you can't believe this reality is so savage and so sickening. So now that you threw up, man, you've come up like the in the Game of Thrones, that was which is dead cannot die. The people, the water people, I forget what they were named from. The guy Theon Childroy or something like that. He was part of the water people, right? They drown you to become king. Now that you've resurfaced, you've been reborn into the understanding of the savagery of maximum security prison. Go ahead and thumbs up the video, man. Leave a comment, man, about what you think about the percentages. Like 20% of all men in society are straight gay. 40% are straight, like bottoms. And the other 40% are flip-flopping. They're bi-curious, man. And if you're new to the channel, man, subscribe, hit the notification all button, man, because I don't know when I'm going to be putting another video on, man. And most importantly, share the video, man. Share it to your TikTok, your Instagram, dude. Share it to your Facebook, because we need to get this out there. Because, guys, I need your help. I'm looking to get to 100,000 subs by the end of the year so we can help these youngsters, dude. Because one thing for sure, man, I want to share this with you guys. The one thing that Satan or the demons do, dude, or whatever you want to call him, a jinn, whatever you want to call his name, bro, Lucifer, whatever. They try to reach the younger people, because then once they mess your life off, you're done. Like there's some things that you're going to experience you can't unexperience, guys. This is what I'm trying to share with you, my message. Once you experience it, you can't unexperience it. And once the dude splits your cheeks open, dude, regularly, like you got 8, 9, 10, 1100 gang members taking turns on you every day, dude, and you ain't prolapsed, dude, and you ain't been able to get to the infirmary, you ain't able to tell and go to the police and go to protective housing. Hey man, you turned out the rest of your life, dude. And then you're gonna flip the switch where you're gonna be overly sexualized. Now you're just gonna be passing out free booty hole, dude. And your butthole's gonna be like the Holland Tunnel. Hello, hello, because it gets stretched out by more and more fucking swipes, bro. So if you like the realness and the rawness, man, stay tuned and come back for more. But until next time, Ochi Silverback out.